2 minutes.
The gentlewoman from Florida is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. First, let me thank the gentleman from Ohio for this very important resolution. Today's debate and discussion on the path forward in Afghanistan and the proper role of Congress in determining the United States' commitment of our country while at war, this debate and discussion is long overdue. So thank you, Congressman Kucinich, for bringing this to the floor. Now, in our 9th year of war, this body has yet to conduct a full and honest accounting of the benefits, costs, affordability, and strategic importance of United States military operations in Afghanistan. In order to understand Afghanistan and where we are today in terms of our commitment, I think it's really useful to point to how we got here. Of course, after the horrific events, the tragic events of 9/11 in 2001, I had to vote against the authorization to use force, this use of force authorization, because I knew that that authorization was a blank check to wage war anywhere, anytime, and for any length. Almost 9 years later, in reflecting on the rush to war in Afghanistan and the Bush administration's war of choice in Iraq, the sacrifices made by our brave young men and women in uniform, and the cost to our economic and national security, all of these costs are totally immeasurable. Countless innocent civilians have lost their lives in Afghanistan, and just a few weeks ago, the number of American troops killed in Afghanistan rose to over 1,000. Where does this end? Where does it end? We've already given $1 trillion to the Pentagon for the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and the economic impact of these wars is estimated to be as much as $7 trillion in direct and indirect costs to the United States. It's our responsibility as members of Congress to really develop a more effective U.S. foreign policy for the 21st century. After a decade of open-ended wars, I encourage my colleagues to finally stand firm in asserting their constitutional prerogative to determine—
The gentlewoman's time
May
has
I have an
expired.
additional 10 seconds? We need to exert our constitutional prerogative to determine when the United States enters into war. Thank you, Mr. Kucinich.
The gentlewoman's time has expired.